Hello and welcome to Auspicious Day Tarot. I'm Michelle and I am here to do a reading for Scorpio. Now, if this reading does not resonate and you would like to do a personal reading, I have all of that in the description box down below, a link to my Etsy shop where you can get a reading for $19.99. Alright, let's get going, Scorpio. From the Romance Angels, what do we have for Scorpio? Scorpio, this week. Spirit, what does Scorpio need to know? What is the message for Scorpio? Lead and guide my hands, lead and guide my intuition. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Yes, maybe you need to do more affirmations and visualizations. Maybe you need to stand in your personal power more, Scorpio. Let's find out. Calling in that soulmate. And from the Whispers of Love, what do we have for Scorpio? Lead and guide my hands, lead and guide my intuition. Please, Spirit, what does Scorpio need to hear? What does Scorpio need to hear? Look to your inner strength. You are stronger than you realize. Exactly. Exactly. Standing in that personal power, Scorpio. I think a lot of you out there are not realizing your personal power right now. That you do have the inner strength to call in your soulmate. Your prayers are very powerful. I think you need to know that. Okay. What else does Scorpio need to know? Scorpio needs to know this week in love. Okay? Let's take it. Oh, the Sun card. Okay, so we have the Sun card here. So happiness, that's a card of happiness, joy. Maybe joy and happiness is returning to you. But this is a card, the Three of Cups, of extravagance. It's of indulgence. It's also a card that could be a third party. Let's find out what's going on here. This is a card of loneliness. So, what I'm getting from this, Scorpio, is that in the past, you were your own happiness. You went out and had fun with friends and partied and lived maybe on a little excessive indulgence. That's for some of you. But you had a little bit of loneliness for someone. But ultimately you were pretty happy on your own, going out with friends and partying. Again, we have a card now of withdrawal. The Hermit. Again, we have a card of loneliness, the Hermit reverse. So there's some sort of loneliness going on. Even though you're genuinely make yourself happy, you are happy in other aspects of your life, but you are lonely. Now, this is a card of not being very successful. So perhaps you weren't successful in love in the past. Maybe you weren't no, I'm just going to say that you weren't successful in the past with relationships. And it caused you to be very, very lonely. But this is a card of happiness. So you are happy. You make yourself happy, is what I'm getting. I know I'm repeating myself. So this card, the Seven of Swords, is maybe coming out of deception, coming out of abandoning, perhaps it's abandoning something. Maybe for a time you abandoned the idea of ever finding someone. So this is a card of abandoning something. Maybe you abandon also your spiritual life for a while, because we do have the Hermit in reverse. This is also a card of need of trusting other people, because this is a lack of trust. And it's a need to trust others' advice right now, because for whatever reason, Scorpio, you're not too in tune to your intuition at this time. And maybe you want to get back on track with your spiritual life and calling in your soulmate, because this is a card of indulging. So maybe perhaps some of you have been indulging too much in the physical world and not having a balance of the spiritual world. That happens to us sometimes. But this is I think you were abandoning the thought of ever finding someone. In the past, you could have done that. Now, this is a need to this is a card of challenge. It's a card of the Seven of Wands is a card of challenge. It's a card of needing to overcome something. It's a card of needing to overcome a setback. So I think in your love life, you have had some setbacks. You've had a lack of trust in other people. You've been lonely. But I think you still managed to put a smile on your face for other people. Maybe it's pretending. Because the Seven of Swords in reverse is also an imposter syndrome. So it's pretending to be something that you're not. Maybe you're pretending to be happy in front of people, but really deep down you're very lonely. could be. Okay, so now we have the Page of Cups. And this is some sort of message, an emotional message of fulfillment. It's also a card of intuition. So perhaps you are feeling right now that you want to get in tune spiritually again. You want to start up your prayers, your affirmations, and your visualizations again to call in that soulmate. To look at your own inner strength, because I'm really sensing here, Scorpio, that you're in need of knowing your own personal power, because your own personal power is going to bring in this soulmate. If you stand by and do nothing, it's probably not going to come. You're going to need to take action and initiate. So currently, there's some sort of toxic relationship or toxic thing that you are being released from. This is also a card of freedom, the Devil in reverse. It's a card of getting free of something. So maybe currently, maybe you were overindulging in food or drink, or smoking, or, just it's a variety of things. And I see you contemplating releasing that, if not releasing it now. I'm seeing a lack of drive, a lack of ambition, but this is coming into reality, the reality of the situation. The Seven of Cups in reverse. It's like a reality check. Like, things need to change. Something needs to change in order to progress. So, giving up something, whether it be food or alcohol or cigarettes or, whatever it is. I think you had a reality check that something needs to change, but you're lacking more of the motivation to do so. But there's going to be an opportunity. There's going to be help. There's going to be an opportunity to stop something. The Chariot in reverse is like no progress. But what I'm seeing it as an opportunity to stop something, because with these two cards together, you're going to have an opportunity to stop whatever toxic thing is standing in your way. Okay. Okay. This could be a toxic relationship. It really could. And I kind of touched on that back here. It could be a toxic relationship. Now, you could have recently broken up with someone or are going to break up with someone. Because the Two of Cups in reverse is lack of harmony. It's not having your values aligned with someone. Just, it's not a match. Someone could definitely break up with you, or you could break up with them. But I'm sensing that you know that it's the end, and you're sensing that this person is not your soulmate. And you're wanting to call in someone who is your soulmate. So, the Fool in reverse. I gotta learn how to get my camera better. Maybe I'll zoom out. Or out. Well, let's just zoom in. Okay. And then I'll zoom out. So the Fool in reverse is a card of reckless abandonment. It's taking risks. So I see that you are going to become enlightened and get unstuck from this situation and take a risk. Take a risk. And let's see if I can get this camera. There, that's better. Okay, so it's taking a risk and having a new perspective. I think you're really going to, it's a leap of faith. So like you're going to have a new perspective, a new outlook, and you're going to take that leap of faith. You're going to take a risk. Now this is defeat and loss. It's also, I believe, cutting ties with somebody and regaining your inner strength again, your inner resilience. It all goes back to that inner courage and strength. Needing the inner strength to call in your soulmate. Needing a new perspective. Cutting ties with the old. Bringing in the new. I see that you've had some offers that you're not really interested in, that have actually well, there's going to be some delays. There is going to be a little bit of a delay. But you have to keep going with calling in your soulmate. Now this here is a loss of something long-term. So you are losing something long-term, a relationship of some sort, a family hierarchy, I guess, would be the word. some sort of family. Perhaps you're in a long-term commitment with children. I'm not saying you're going to lose your children. I'm saying that some sort of family disruption. And you're not very interested in reigniting this situation. It's a loss. So you're not very interested in sparking up this long-term relationship that you've been in, because I think you sense that this person is not your soulmate. They are not your twin flame, whatever you call it, divine counterpart, whatever you call it. This person is not the person for you, and I think you sense that and you know that, and you're releasing yourself from toxic things and this relationship that was toxic. And you're not interested in going back, only to see no fruit from it at all. So there is going to be a loss of some sort of long-term commitment. You don't have to have children either. I'm just saying, it's a long-term commitment. Some of you are losing or disrupting a family, you know, having children together with this person, and it's a family loss. But most of you, it'll just be a long-term commitment that you're losing. And you're breaking up with this person and not interested in going back. And you need to know that your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help you to bring you back together. I'm sorry, not back together. Together with, well, back together with a soulmate that you could have been in a past life relationship with. That could definitely be. You could have been in a past life relationship with someone that now you're calling them back to you in this lifetime. That is a real thing. And so, looking to your inner strength to do so. Looking at your own prayers, affirmations, and visualizations will bring you together. Bottom of the deck is the Eight of Swords, and I think that you are very much trapped in your head about things. But see, this woman's not really trapped. She's just trapped in the mind. And I only say she because it's a woman, but obviously there are men watching too, and it can be you, man or woman, that is trapped in your mind about this. But your prayers and affirmations are going to help you get out of your mind and speaking it out into the universe, because that is very, very powerful in itself, is actually speaking what you want into existence, rather than just putting it on a piece of paper. Do both. Put it on a piece of paper and speak it out to the universe. Very powerful stuff. Alright, Scorpio, I hope this has helped and I hope this has resonated. And if it has, please do subscribe, like, and share. And again, if this didn't resonate with you, I do give personal readings and we can delve into your personal situation. That link is down below. I'm wishing you all the best, Scorpio. Blessings to you. Bye.